Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
You would think that the best seat in the house would be maybe in the front row at a play, wouldn't you? But I found out that the best place to be is behind the scenes. That way you see what happens on the stage, but you know all that goes on backstage too. And even though it's more work, it's a lot more fun. That was definitely true in the wedding at Cana when Jesus turned water into wine. The only people who got to witness the miracle were the servants and Jesus' disciples. Mary, Jesus' mother, told them, "Whatever he says to you, do it." Then it looks like she might have just walked away. The servants obeyed Jesus, though you know they were thinking, "What is this guy doing? We can't serve water." They did all the work of filling the stone water pots. Then when Jesus told them to take a cup of it to the master of the feast, they did it. The record didn't say that they tasted it first. We don't even know at what point it became wine. Was it red when they dipped it out, or did it still look like water? According to the record, the master of the feast was the first to taste it. Were they shocked when he announced it was the best wine they ever tasted? He didn't know that it had just been water in some purification water pots, but they knew. He didn't know that one of the guests at the banquet had just done a miracle. But the servants knew. They had been backstage. They'd seen it happen. How do you think they felt? Let me ask you this. Would you rather have been the servant at the banquet or the oblivious master of the feast? As children of God, we have some really awesome opportunities to experience the Spirit working behind the scenes. And we can feel just like those servants did when Jesus used them to do His work. Because He'll use us. When we willingly serve and obey Him, we put ourselves in the position to be used by God for any number of things. Just think, if you agree to teach in VBS or Children's Sunday School, you might end up watching little minds soaking up all the wonderful stories and lessons of the Bible, learning spiritual things for the first time, realizing who God is and what Jesus has done for them. And God might use you to lead one of those precious young ones to Him. Or if you sign up to be a counselor at a church event, you may get to lead someone to the Lord there or see God do a miracle of healing in their heart. One ministry that always gives you an up-close and personal view of God's work is prayer. As we pray specifically and fervently for people and ministries in our church and community, we can purposefully keep an eye out for those answered prayers. That's when we realize the power of this type of ministry. We see God doing all sorts of miracles and working in a multitude of ways behind the scenes through prayer. In what ways can you work with and for the Lord behind the scenes? Make sure you keep your eyes open for what God will do through you. And let me know. I'd love to hear your stories.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.